Where exactly were they?
Breaker, looks up at the ceiling thoughtfully and says, probably about 2 miles south of here, the milling through the houses.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say right out front of the door.
The houses on the base?
Yes. The base, goes on for, if this is, the roughly epicenter, the base goes on for 10 miles in either direction before you reach the fence.
This place is huge.
What's the 10 to 100 scoreboard here?
Don't worry about that.
I think it's the Doom counter.
I think there's a lot visible that wasn't supposed to be.
No, that's definitely supposed to be visible.
It's the doomsday clock.
7 minutes to midnight.
At all time.
Well, whatever we're gonna do, we better go out and...
Did you see any indication that they know we're here?
Breaker shakes his head.
Don't we have lights on at night? Maybe not.
No. Unless you really wanted them on, but after first experimenting with them to see that they actually work, they haven't been ran. So that way the fucking towers don't shine like a fucking beacon for anyone who's just crossing over the fence onto the base.
Of course, I'm sure these buildings are mostly concrete exteriors, so it would be a giant white beacon in the night.
Yes.
Well, whatever we're gonna do, we better leave and then go and...
Jax stops shaking his head and waves like a fist dismissively. Return to your post, Breaker. Zane, go with him. Make sure to inform us of anything in the future, no matter how innocuous it might be, or how worried you are about what might happen to them, or something might happen to you. Cold glare, Breaker gulps, turns around, walks away quickly. Zane groggily follows.
Before Zane gets too far away, I'm going to remind him that even rats can get this infection, so report everything.
Zane nervously shudders at this, and hurries away a bit quickly after Breaker.
Yeah, you should be afraid of the rats!
Eugene would know.
He was bit by one.
Potman's terrified of the rats.
Eyes gravitate to look towards Potman again.
Didn't we try to avoid this line of conversation last time?
Yeah, but then there's a whole thing where we were in a military complex for a couple of weeks. Then we were on the road for about another week. We almost got killed by that rocket from a military helicopter. We almost got killed with those guys at Boonesboro.
And absolutely none of that is as disconcerting as anybody having been bitten.
I'm just saying.
There's a little bit of a stigma attached to it. Maybe we shouldn't just walk around, throwing that out there, considering he's
Seriously,
not infected.
Seriously, don't fucking do that, Tony.
Yeah. Jax looks to Riggs, who looks to Ace. All three of them just offer a collective shrug.
So...
Potman will sigh and actually turn to them and say, if you cut it out quick enough, you might be able to survive it.
Maybe.
Enough of that.
Ace actually adjusts the absolutely fucking obnoxious aviator glasses he still insists on wearing, because there's actually some light in here, and says, actually, boy, I've seen quite a few people who have limbs amputated, and that didn't stop them from turning.
Yeah, I think you just got lucky.
Maybe.
Don't think Dr. Knight would have designed something that it could have been dismissed so easily with a knife and a fire.
Wait, you think he designed
that
it?
Answers that, then.
That's...
Riggs snorts derisively. He could not have designed that. You're just talking old man rubbish again.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's magic.
Ace offers a half smile at Riggs and goes back to being quiet.
Well, Eugene, you remember the Nazis were really into the occult stuff.
No, I don't remember that.
How about we go deal with this problem that's looking to steal supplies from the from our housing district?
I can get behind that.
This is a question for you, Grim. When you first met these good friends, were they able to? Did they contact us through like the PA system for the base or something?
Yes, there's actually a PA system that was still left intact, attached to the light posts, scattered all over the base.
We should probably decide if we want to use that before we just run up on our forklift battle wagon.
How else are they going to play Reverie and what's the other one? Should I forget now? Yeah, they play them every day.
Even now.
Probably not now.
Jack says, You individuals seem like you want to handle the situation. How do you want to handle it?
Shoot, I don't know.
Shoot them, apparently.
Riggs nods in agreement at
Potman
this.
said it, shoot.
Yeah.
If they're useful, I'd prefer not to have to kill them. But if they
What
decide to show outward aggression...
We capture them, strip them down, throw them in some cement cells, and then question them to find out whether they're useful or not?
They would all say they're useful. Anyone would say they're useful to escape a certain death.
That's why you don't threaten them with death when you ask them if they're useful.
They're going to claim to be useful no matter what.
Yeah,
Nobody
we're
is
some
going to
pretty
say-
threatening people.
Nobody is going to say to a group that walks up to them with guns, no, we're completely useless.
Yeah. I mean, look at how scary I am.
Look at half the shit we said.
I was telling the truth the whole time.
Yeah, luckily we had some shit to back it up, but still, point is, people start stretching truths very quickly.
Yeah, all right.
Well, whatever we're gonna do, let's leave soon. Otherwise, we'll.
The radios crackle to life again. Sir's got another problem.
What? Oh,
Crap.
300 yards and closing. There's, oh my fucking god, that's at least a dozen and a half more of fucking deer.
Fucking deer. God damn.
So I think they've
Raise the drawbridge.
spotted. I think they've spotted Zane, and Zane's in the background. No, they didn't. They didn't spot me.
Time to turtle this bitch.
Close up the doors. Get a kill zone.
Hide and cry.
So what kind of... I see we have some barricades up. What type of anything do we have to actually seal those walkways?
The sky bridge? It's on the 4th floor.
No, on the ground. Like, aren't these like sandbag and rubble?
Yeah, those are all like sandbags and containers that are like 3 deep, waist high, stacked so that they could survive, withstand like high velocity rounds shot at
Chest
them.
high barricades.
Yeah. Chest high barricades.
Do we have anything, like, do we have things in place to cover the gap so it's at least not, like, obviously a deer could jump it if they wanted to, but to deter them from wanting to?
Sure, you could put stuff there to do that. Without a doubt. The walkways are only kept clear because, that way you can move through the walkways, but there's definitely enough around that you could shore those up.
I'm thinking in the future we need to kind of airlock it with fences, but anyways.
Hey, it's not easy being one person trying to cover all this shit in 3 weeks.
I don't know.
No, I was actually mentioning, like, it seems like a reasonable amount of stuff. Like, that's what I'm saying. For future planning, we should... It's pointless to discuss right now.
He wasn't being facetious.
Well, I am. Wait, what?
Well, I am.
So yeah, before the deer get here, I assume we go out and we want to put those barricades up, and then
Oh dear.
I assume try to
Kill the deer?
Go back inside and stay there, so maybe they won't notice us.
It's best to get rid of them as soon as possible. Otherwise, they might infect the other bits of wildlife. Don't you remember the badgers?
How many did he say there were?
At least a dozen.
Why not just let that wander through?
Just be ready for it to catch, I don't know, not scent, but sense of us.
They might already have that.
That's why I'm thinking if we stay inside.
Riggs shakes his head and says, they could possibly, if there actually is anything out there useful, they could infect that, or attract more. We don't know how they work.
Well, I'm of the opinion to let's kill them.
The NPCs are in agreement of doing that. It suggested stand right out in this area after shoring up those holes and shooting at them as they approach. Assuming they do approach. Which, as Breaker says, they are heading this way at their fucking maddeningly quick speed.
Maddeningly?
Yes.
They were like the fastest thing we've encountered.
Yes.
I mean, I can outrun it, but the rest of you are fucked.
I mean, they're pretty fast. Battle cattle and stuff.
Battle cattle are better breachers, though.
The dogs
well.
are fast.
Alright, let's go and prepare for them and then, kill them? Kill them, yes. I like the sound of that. Yes.
Okay.
Now that's a plan.
All right. Quickly, obstacles are moved along the pathways to stop bad people from getting in.
No, really?
Ah,
Call those people.
Actually, you have a pistol, so you. There we go. Moving like that.
Oh god, put cat on cat.
Zane are on the roof. What's Eugene gonna do? Aaron?
Hide. Cry.
Okay.
Luckily, there's lots of people to hide behind right now, and
Nice
Yes.
corner.
is not more competent than basically any of them in a fight.
Now would be the time to also put on some heavier armor, if I've got enough chance to do that.
I would say so, sure.
Okay.
That
They're,
sure is uncomfortable.
Yes, it definitely is uncomfortable. A D4
Maybe
endurance point lost every 5 minutes.
It's worth it if I don't end up dead.
And,
Yes, it is.
Since you're not used to wearing it, it's pretty rough. Helmet's not so bad.
At least you're strong,
And
so it's not that bad.
yeah, that's true.
I'm resistant to fatigue. So
Really
it's
true.
great.
Now I'll go ahead and direct your attention up and north a little bit. Ryan did point this out earlier, and as a matter of fact, that is what I turned this into. A distance gauge, noting distance in yards to make things easier. That way I would not have to draw out distances, so it makes things a bit closer. And I know how far these fuckers will travel, in which case all of them, all 18 of them, will start there.
18 of them.
Yes.
That's an amount
Crash.
of them.
At least a dozen.
Tell me. You're a
Nah.
good shot, so.
Well, they all kind of like blend in together, and it's not until they've closed in from 300 yards to like 100 that it's easier to count out the fact that there's 18 of them.
Oh, believe me, I've played the hunter. It's hard to
Yes.
count them all in a herd.
That's right. And as activity happens outside, one of them does swivel their heads, lets out like this terrifying, like bleeding sound that all of them end up echoing in unison. With the sight of all of them, although you do have some fortifications, combined with that sound, because it's a rather ethereal, haunting sound, I want all of you to make fear tests at a -4 penalty, which for Trusty Tony means just a 1d10 plus willpower.
I get a
Okay,
plus.
so
I get a
difficult.
+1
Yeah.
because of fast reactions.
Yep. Your
So
fast
difficult,
reaction.
not simple.
Yeah, it's a difficult willpower test.
That is a 13, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 13.
Yeah, Trusty Tony doesn't give a fuck.
Best reaction is still worth 1, right?
Yeah, fast reaction still worth 1.
Okay, so I just roll flat.
Yeah!
All right. Trusty Tony is too
He's too
meat-headed.
Tony.
Yes, to be afraid of this. Like, sure, whatever. The fucking
He's
animals,
too
big
cool
deal.
for skewel.
Let me go ahead and make some fear table rolls for everyone. Let's
Yeah, fear table.
see. Fletch is.
Insane.
This is for Fletch. He has a willpower of 3. All right. So just a minor effect that he's able to shake off. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Just get some shivers.
Yep. Like, oh fuck, I don't want anything
Not
to do
this
with that.
shit again. It's been like
Yeah.
weeks. Fucking zombies.
The same happens for Cat. 10.
Just remember the armor. We got a guy with explosives. Be fine.
Your willpower is 2, right? No, your willpower is 3. Okay, then that was my fault. This is a result of 7 then. And then this is for Potman. Potman has the shakes, and he loses an essence point, and all of his actions suffer a -2 penalty for 2 turns.
-2 to crying. Oh no.
Yep.
How will he get the tears out now?
Yep. All right, and folks can go ahead and do some initiative. I reckon it's not exactly that important, but initiative takes roll. I figure that everyone would want to wait until they're at least within a decent enough range, and 100 yards is a good start for that.
Yeah, being down to pistols, I don't expect we'll be doing much for a while.
Potman is at least going to actually go watch.
Sure.
Just what?
Just
By the way,
watch.
He's standing beside the kitten.
Are you a combat voyeur?
And
Yes.
let's see here. All of them will act after you folks. I'm not going to go ahead and roll initiative for everyone. The only question is you, who ends up going after or before Fletch. You two time. Okay. And then everyone else will go afterwards. Go ahead and add to. Which means it's time basically for declarations. If you folks like want to take any time, or basically you can tell me like what you want to do. You might want to wait for like a certain yard count. These fuckers are so fast they're going to skip from 100 to 90 to 80 every single turn.
Trusty
I won't
Tony's
really
gonna
have
wait.
much to do for 8 rounds at least.
Yeah.
Trusty Tony's not going to be doing anything until at least 20 yards out.
Cat's got 10 rounds.
I went ahead and made some rolls for the NPCs as well, so I know what they're going to be able to do.
She does want to make sure that Crash will fire an explosive at them as soon as they are within range.
Crash has a perfect good handle on what he's going to be doing with his life.
How bunched up are they?
They're not all bunched up. They are, as opposed to that depiction. That's just like a depiction for
Are they in like
convenience.
a deer phalanx, or are they just kind of...
A zombie deer phalanx. Something to the effect if zombie deer who are unintelligent could form phalanxes.
Yeah, you get, shoulder to shoulder, lock antlers in a circle, and everybody
Yes.
just moves together.
The shield wall is your lifeline.
They've actually got corpses on their antlers they're using as shields.
And they are all in various states of decay, and some of them are carrying body parts on their antlers, and others are broken, but all of them have a feral, luminescent yellow gleam on their eyes. And
If the
hauntingly-
spooky bleat was that bad, I can only imagine the spooky grunt.
spooky grunt.
Yeah, from the Bucks.
Don't you remember the scary move earlier?
Right. At any rate, a turn ends up passing then. Rolls have, with combined fire, especially from the machine gun, which is only firing single shots for accuracy. 2 of them are taken out of the picture. And then one more. See, then we have another one. 3 more?
Yeah, we might not have to do anything, guys. Good work.
You might not have to, no.
You got a lounge chair somewhere in there? I'm just...
Just gonna hang out.
You know, I think the real important question is, did Zane vacate his bowels?
He's on the roof.
Are you sure?
Yes,
did.
I'm fucking sure! He's on the fucking roof!
Not what I mean. I'm sorry.
Shit does run downhill.
That's not a hill. It's a tower.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's just a really steep hill.
Alright. That puts the deer at 30 yards now.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Indeed, they are.
Which case, I do believe some of you wanted to take some actions on that. You could nod.
I wanted to take an action when they were at 20 yards, but do they act before me?
They act after you.
Okay. I'll
But
run away now.
if you aim, then they would act before you.
Okay. Oh, Trusty Tony's gonna aim then.
Same.
He's gonna aim for the head of
Okay.
one of them in the front line.
That's fair. Sure. That would be a +2 roll.
Oh.
Eugene and Kathlyn are just going to stand there and watch. It's their voyeurs.
Combat voyeurs.
That's a 10. Well, that
That's a
The rule of tens is already taken care of.
that's a +5 to the.
nice.
See, I
I
have
might hit.
I have their rolls for what they're gonna do. The 9 deer approach. In which case, Trusty Tony can go ahead and let off a shot.
That's got a +2, so it's an 11.
Yep, that definitely hits, and that takes out one of the deer.
Pop, pop.
Fucking Tony. Still got it after all this time.
Still got it.
Say, Corporal's actually gonna let off a shot, and he ends up missing with his aim shot from the M4 on the head. Which puts us at Fletch. That is a kill as well.
It was and it was on a 1.
He rolled a
He did? Fucking rolled a 1. That +5, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else was removed? Looking at my notepad here. I actually have a genuine notepad. Next, before I wrote down like the results, another 2 deer are taken out. And then a third one from Riggs headshotting the motherfucker with his pistol. Which puts them at the 4 remaining at 10 yards. Which basically means they're right off the edge of the map from you.
Well, Trusty Tony's gonna aim it.
We aimed, they moved up to 20, we fired. Wouldn't we have a chance to aim again before they go to 10?
You're sure? Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
And here I was willing to let this happen.
You fool.
It's what I get for not paying attention.
Yep.
This is why I'm the
Yep, that's why he's the
master,
bookkeeper.
the legendary organizer.
Yeah, he is. All of the players need him, and it helps the zombie master, too.
True. Yeah, aiming.
Yep. It's a,
Nice.
Oh, what the? Go ahead and roll
Roll that
another
10.
D2.
Nice. Just a 23, you know, who cares?
That's just...
Can we just say the deer
Ain't no
died?
bang.
Ain't no...
He aimed so well, the deer died.
He fucking,
Gave up.
fucking jacked his guns up to 5, and all of a sudden, wee, Trusty Tony.
I jacked my guns up to 5 and my dexterity up to 4.
That's as high as I can go, because all attributes can only be increased once.
So what's a 23 plus to a pistol skill?
That would be a +6.
Okay.
Yep, it's gonna be a +6.
All right.
I mean, don't you have to roll like catastrophically low on a series of 1s or to miss?
Yes. Not really.
Kill man.
1-1.
Alright, all of them end up moving to 10 yards.
All right, here we go.
You can feel free to give that a flavorful description, especially with that epic aim, Jordan.
Well, I can't give it enough of a flavorful description to kill multiple things. So, let's say, Trusty Tony being the badass that he is, and the team player because that's his new title. sort of steps up onto the chest-high wall of sandbags and whatever other accoutrements they've used as a barricade here, and, sort of just, rain starts raining. It's going to start raining lead down from on high.
All right.
One shot at a time.
Fletch, can you top that glorious reckless display?
16's a +4, correct?
Yep, that's a +4.
21, okay, he did beat me.
Flavorful description? Because that increases the damage rolled by 3 before applying the multiplier, man.
Yeah, I haven't built all that in yet.
Ah.
It seems like a pretty basic shot, so I'm gonna say as Tony goes, he goes through all the effort of doing these things. Fletch just like watches them, and just like pop, just drops the one right beside the one that Tony put all the effort into taking out.
All right. Let's see. Jax takes out another one, and then the final one is taken out by. Let's see. Zane ended up missing. It's actually Crash, who ended up getting the final shot with his M4.
Poor Zane.
Kills the last deer. There you go. That's the end of combat.
Yeah, I think we need to go chase down those people now if we're
Yeah.
going to deal with them.
Everyone in the battle wagon, or at least another person in the battle wagon. You can ride sidecar.
Where's the battle wagon being kept? Is that like off to the side here, like
Yep.
towards the helipad? Okay.
Yep, that's exactly where it's at.
It's on the
Tied
helipad.
together with another forklift.
Like next to the fucking helicopter. It's right there.
Tied the
Carried it
helicopter
up the stairs.
So does anyone want to get on, or are we not? Are we going to let those people escape?
I'll hang from the side of it again.
All right. Potman want to ride sidecar? It's probably safe.
Yes. Yes, he
Cap will
does.
hang on the other side.
Hey, I even made a seatbelt. It's not a very good one, but it's a seatbelt.
Yeah.
It's just a rope laying on the floor,
Yeah.
Not even
tied
attached.
to nothing. It's just laying.
Yeah.
And then we hop on and we drive off at the speed of 7 miles an hour.
All right.
Or however fast this thing goes with now a piece of metal hanging off the side of it.
And
Breaker.
4 people at least.
Yep. Breaker a little bit slower than advertised speed. Breaker begins calling out as you folks drive away that the people he spotted with the sounds of repeated gunfire coming from they've begun to it's carried pretty good. At least they apparently heard it and they've begun to scatter, heading for shelter of some kind, further away from the towers, heading away, but they're obviously several miles away from where the exit fence is. He will not be able to give you frequent updates of their location, though, as you'll be driving out of the range of his radio.
They're pulling a shitty wagon with them.
Uh-huh.
Now,
That's good.
okay, we have to address this. Is that wagon better or worse than the one we had in Summer Meadow?
It's better.
They have to
'Cause the
fucking
thing-
die.
They have
Better
to.
wagon.
They can't show up our shitty wagon. It's a matter of pride. We
mean
built
the
that
shitty-
thing.
That wagon was possibly the shittiest wagon in the world.
You shut your
You mean,
mouth.
All
you
right.
mean the thing was made up of like a skateboarded like 4
Yeah, a
2x4s?
skateboard and a bunch of plywood.
Yep.
It worked.
But
Go
wasn't
from
the skateboard even fucked up? So like we took toolbox wheels.
Yes, it
Yes.
was really bad. And then we like towed it behind a bicycle with rope. We had to hold on to the rope because otherwise we wouldn't be able to keep it going straight.
Ah, the halcyon days of Summer Meadow.
So many months ago.
Oh, man, now you're making me miss my raincoat.
So what's your plan as the forklift slowly cruises down the fucking road?
I vote wing it. Just
We're gonna probably end up winging it. Cat's probably gonna say we talk to them first, and then they're probably
we're going
gonna
to end up killing them. Cat is going to get sad, and then we're going to drive back.
with the wagon
No.
attached.
We're going to try to talk, then we're going to end up killing them, and then I'll try
Then
to
you'll be
justify
sad.
why I killed them.
All right.
Yeah.
I
okay,
figured
so
I'd do that because it's going to take about 15 minutes for you folks to reach Ferrymore Road, where they were initially spotted anyway, cruising
Yeah.
along in the forklift.
Yeah.
So you've got time to hang there together or sit in the sidecar.
So, Eugene, I didn't see you out in front. You doing okay, man?
Hey, I mean, I'm probably the worst fighter here. I don't
see.
really have much of a point beyond that. That's
I mean-
pretty much the entire point.
You think maybe one of us should pick up something with, further range than a bat?
It's not for lack of trying.
Didn't they, did you guys end up giving Potman the 22?
Yeah,
Most
we can give it
22s are available, and I would actually suggest you each carry one because you never know when unloading point
bunch of-
blank might
Okay,
not
so-
be a bad idea.
So yes, Potman will actually, pull the 22 out of the front of his waistband where he keeps it to look tough.
While riding
Safety
on the
off.
fucking forklift.
Did I
In the
stutter?
sidecar.
Safety off, round chambered,
Yeah,
front of the pants.
front of the pants.